Welcome to The Explainer. Ever scrolled through your feed and wondered how those AI influencers are actually built? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain and building one from the ground up. I'm talking about a completely automated, self-posting social media presence. And yeah, I'm going to walk you through every single step of the process.
You've definitely seen them popping up everywhere, right? From virtual tourists that are sponsored by actual governments to AI fitness gurus that look and sound impossibly real. From the outside, it seems incredibly complex, like you'd need a whole team of engineers just to get one post out.
But the truth is, it's way more accessible than you think. In this explainer, we're going to totally demystify the entire process. I'll show you the exact tools you need and the step-by-step workflow to build and automate your very own AI influencer.
So, first, let's just get a handle on how big this trend has really become. Because this has moved way beyond just being a cool novelty. It's now a serious marketing tool.
I mean, we're seeing major organizations like the German Tourism Board using these hyper-realistic AI avatars to promote their country. Fitness brands are creating the perfect virtual trainers. And of course, independent creators are building entire brands around these digital personas. They look real, they sound real, and they are absolute masters at engaging audiences.
So, how does this all actually work? Well, while it might seem complicated, the entire system is really built on just three essential interconnected tools.
This right here, this is the blueprint for your whole operation. Just think of it like this. Argyle is your creative studio, where you dream up your actor and produce all your videos. N8N, that's the central brain, the workflow engine that connects everything and makes it all work together. And Plotaverse is your automated social media manager, scheduling and pushing out the content for you. Okay, let's start with the first and honestly the most fun part, actually designing and generating your AI influencer. This is where your vision really starts to come to life. And so inside Argyle, you basically become the director. You start by giving the AI a simple text prompt to generate your actor's look. It'll spit out a few options, you pick your favorite, and just like that, you have a unique, realistic-looking star. From there, you just feed it scripts, and boom, it generates the videos of them talking. Now, here's the real key to making this efficient. Batch create everything. Seriously, don't just make one video at a time. Create a bunch of versions of your actor in different settings, and then generate all your video scripts at once. You can knock out an entire month's worth of content in just a few hours. It's a game changer.
All right, so you've got your content library built. Now it's time to construct the engine that makes this whole system run on its own. This is where the real automation magic happens, and it's all thanks to a tool called N8N.
And here's the best part. You don't have to be a developer. You don't have to write a single line of code. The workflow file you need is already pre-built. Your only job is to import it into N8N and then just plug in a few unique keys from your other accounts so the different programs can talk to each other.
So, to get these tools communicating, you're going to need to grab these 5 specific pieces of information. Think of them like digital handshakes. You'll need the folder ID from Argyle so N8 knows where to find your videos. And then 4 different API keys that grant permission for all the apps to work together.
And if you're hearing API key and thinking, whoa, what is that? Don't worry. Just think of it as a special, secure password. You're basically giving N8N a key to unlock the door to your Argo content, and another key that lets it use Plotaverse to post for you, all without ever sharing your actual account passwords. It's super safe.
Okay, so you've plugged in those keys, you've connected everything. What exactly happens when you hit execute on that workflow? What does this automation engine actually do?
It's a beautiful little 4-step sequence. First, NN automatically goes and grabs a new video from your Argyle folder. Then, it zips the script over to ChatGPT and says, hey, write me a great social media caption and some hashtags. Next, it bundles that new caption and the video together into a neat little package. And finally, it sends that whole package over to Plotaverse, all ready to be scheduled.
Which brings us to the final piece of this amazing puzzle, getting your content out into the world. This is where Plotaverse takes the baton, handling all the scheduling and posting to your social accounts completely on autopilot.
The setup inside Plotaverse is incredibly simple. You just create an account, securely link up your Instagram profile, and then find the 2 little credentials that NN needs to do its job, your account ID and your API key. You just copy those, paste them back into your NN workflow, and that's it. The connection is made.
From that moment on, Plotaverse pretty much acts as your personal content calendar. Every single time the NN workflow runs and sends a new video package, Plotaverse just catches it and automatically schedules it to post, usually once a day. So if you made 9 videos back in Argyle, you now have 9 days of content scheduled and ready to roll with 0 extra work.
Now, there is one really critical thing to keep in mind for this whole system to work. You will need premium subscriptions for all three of these tools. The free versions just won't cut it, because it's the paid accounts that give you access to those essential API keys that make all this awesome automation possible.
And just like that, you've done it. The tools are all connected, your content is loaded up, and the engine is running. You've officially built the powerful, self-sustaining content machine.
Seriously, think about what you've just built here. You've got a system that can give you an endless supply of content, and it posts itself on autopilot. Because the workflow is always checking for new videos, you can spend a few hours creating content just once a month, and your AI influencer will post fresh stuff for you every single day. This frees you up to focus on the big picture, on strategy.
This fundamentally changes the game, you know? It transforms content creation from a daily grind into a pure act of imagination. The only limit is your creativity. Which really just leaves one final question for you. What will you create when content becomes infinite?